that was the storyline. I thought they had 30 points off turnovers, and we'd get a lead, and then we just have some. We came out of a timeout and just threw a one-handed interception, and they did a great job. They turned all the turnovers into points. That's the storyline. The 18 turnovers. We had 21 assists when we did get the ball moving and popping. We did some great things, but when we went too deep, they're elite at just digging and raking, getting their hands on it, and as tough losses can come was that one. Having a lead and I thought you saw two amazing shooting performances. I thought Bryson Gadeen was as on a heater as much as you can get on a heater, and I thought Phillips, just with their All-American out, man, did he just step up? And they had 1 3 at half and 8 in the second. I mean, that's another thing. The eight threes in the second half for them. They're extremely tough. With Wade Taylor out, they were big, and they were really, really big. And we couldn't go to our small lineup because it was just when we did, they were just physically taking us. And they had great physicality, great big plays, relentlessness by them. And but I thought we did too. I thought we made a lot of relentless plays, and just a disappointing loss to come up short with that. But the storyline is the turnovers, and that's you're right. That hasn't been an issue all year. It came out tonight against an elite, physical defensive team. Well, we had fears. We ran a little fade for Bryson was the first one, and the second one was in with fears. And with him, he's all along he's been going downhill, and they were just so physical plugging, and we just got to give it up quick. When they come in, we got to give it up a little quicker. But Fears' late game is because he has that burst of speed. A&M defensively is hard because they're so big to start that domino. But we had an option for Bryson to come off for a little fade, and then it was a quick handoff DHO for Fears, and we had two options on it. And no, they're disappointed. Is that the one where he got fouled or no? Yeah, would have liked to have played off 2 feet and kicked it a little bit early. But Duke makes big plays. But yeah, there was an off-balance shot. It wasn't. We were hoping we would have been a better shot. But Duke makes a lot of good plays. He makes big plays. But when they flood, you got to kick. You're just going to be very physical. But I'll take that. If I got to be better, put them in better positions. Yeah. He's got to help him grow because he's in an elite league right now, and he's got to grow. I thought he came out of the second half and tried to get some things going, but he's got to grow. It's a physical league. It's a league that comes after you. It's a league that's physical. They had big physical guards on him, and he's going to grow, and we're going to grow with him and get him better. And these are tough losses, and it's not on him. It's not on any one guy. But when you have 18 turnovers and 30 points on a one-possession game, it's the storyline. And I thought rebounding, it wasn't, they had 17. It's a lot, but in terms of the second chance points, it was 10. They only had 2 at half, so they had 8 second chance points in the second half, and they hit 8 threes. And just an elite, physical, tough performance for them offensively, and then they're always doing it defensively. What do you mention was the shooting for them? They had 1 3 in the first half, 1 possession. They had the 8 in the second half. How much is it just they got hot? Did you see anything different from your defense in the first half or in the second? Well, Phillips was a lead to guard tonight because he was driving by you. They were getting to the foul line, and if you took one step off, he pulled from deep. So it was a very, he made you pay. He took some big time off the dribble threes, and then if you get up a little bit more, he had that hezzy and he was go by you. Just an elite performance by him. I thought their defense created a lot of offense, like the turnovers. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the turnovers were all mindless. Yeah, we had some. You got to give them credit. Their physicality on defense forced some turnovers.
it's to give them credit. I mean, they had some very physical. They forced some DCOs. They created some offense with their defense.
Seems like you challenged a lot of guys coming out of Bama. How did you like Bryson?
I thought all of them. I mean, I thought we were way more physical. We did, I thought we did so many good things we wanted to do. We ran into an elite performance in the second half, and we didn't take care of the ball. But I thought the way they competed, the way they went after a top 10 team, a very older physical team. I think you can just see how physical they are. But, man, I thought they responded like we need to respond, like we need to respond after this game. Every night's going to be a battle. Disappointed we didn't pull this one out. But we'll bounce back. It's the only thing we can do. But I loved the way they came back after Alabama. And we're going to come back after this. They played hard in practice. They played hard tonight. And we fell a point short, and it starts with me. I'll start with the offense and the turnovers, but we did a lot of good things. I mean, you have 21 assists against that team, but you just can't spot that many points off turnovers.
There's something you can talk about there's something you can take off there, the way you move the ball,
Yeah, like the one thing you can see is we got rid of the ball quick. When we went too deep is when we got in trouble. And it just got out of character. We were doing so many things we wanted to do. You just saw the quick ball movement early, and when we did, we got some good things. But when we went just one dribble too deep, they just came, dug, and rake it. They dig and rake it, and then we just went too deep too many times. And the back-to-back turnovers when we were up, one on the side out of bounds play, we just came in and was super lackadaisical getting the ball in bound. And then we came down and just relaxed. Those back-to-back ones hurt us. Those were lackadaisical ones. But, you just can't get too deep on them. They converge. They dig and rake. They're strong. They rip the ball. And they created a lot of offense with their defense. And then their offense was very good, with Phillips having a night like that. Then they have the weapon of rebounding.
Porter, given how tough the conference schedule is, how imperative is it to protect your home floor, especially in league play? Does losing on the home floor seem a little bit more?
I can't say enough that yes, it's a tough loss. I mean, I think we all in here will know that answer to that question. It was a very, very tough loss. And but man, you got to have amnesia. You got to come right back and get ready, and then we got to win on the road. We got to win on the road. So very, very, very tough loss, no doubt about it. And we know the level of we're playing, and we got to bounce back. And if the guys practice the way they practice these and they practice hard all the time, and they had they were ready to play. They did so many good things, and it's my job to get them back up, ready to play again, because they're hurting. They're hurting. They're hurting. They know they fell a play short, and it was a big top 10 win, and we didn't get it. And you credit A&M for physically doing what they did in the second half.
What would you think about Bryson's performance tonight? 34 points, 27 off the three, shot 71% overall. How do you feel about him tonight?
It's tough to have a performance like that and lose. It's tough to have a performance like that and lose. That's the honest answer. I thought he was unbelievable, and he looked healthy. He looked like, I mean, if you remember the first game of the season, he had like 9 or 11 at half, and then he missed it. But he looked healthy. He looked confident. He looked quick, and it's tough to have a performance like that and lose. So you have to look at, man, there's got to be a stat line in there that there's a reason why, and that 30 points off turnovers, is really tough to offset that. But I thought Bryson had a hot, heat-up performance from three. I mean, I don't know if he hit the rim, and it's a shame that went in vain to a loss.
Hard to ask this minute after, but we probably won't see it. So what's your first thought on it?
I swear, I know how good they are. I know they're athletic. I know they're offensive rebound. I know they're long. I know they just had a big win against Kentucky, and I know. I mean, I know how athletic and strong they are, and they're elite offensive rebounding. I know all that. Just seen them play, but we'll dive in here in about an hour on them, and I got to get my team ready to go again. And Georgia's another elite team. I mean, to watch Kentucky beat Florida, and then Georgia turn around and beat Kentucky, They're an elite team, athleticism, rebounding, a lot of good things with them.
I think we had momentum in the first half, and I don't know if we let up, but we got to make sure we finish games. Teams are too good, so it's pretty frustrating because we were up.
Porter talked a lot about just the turnovers tonight, specifically the points off turnovers. Just how much is that, just how physical they were, and how much is it just stuff that you guys can improve on? I guess, Sam, to you.
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, every team in this league is physical, so I don't know how many points exactly we had off turnovers, but to give anybody just free points like that it's hard to win. So we got to be just more careful with the ball and be able to close out games.
Sam, Porter said he challenged you guys after the Alabama game to come back stronger on the boards. How do you think you guys fared tonight?
I haven't even looked at the numbers or anything, to be honest. I mean, I felt like we made a more of an intentional effort just to be physical and compete with on the boards. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we just got to continue to get all 5 guys to block out and all 5 guys to go pursue the ball. So I think if we can continue making strides in that area, we'll be better.
Bryson, I know it's tough to have that kind of performance come out of balls, but as a shooter, what's it like when you're in that kind of zone where everything's just going?
Yeah, it feels good. Teammates obviously looking for me when you start catching fire, and it kind of opens up the floor for them too. So.
Sam, what's sort of your role to make sure this doesn't snowball into 3 or 4?
I mean, just let everybody know. I mean, this is the best league in college basketball, so nobody's going to go undefeated. Obviously, it sucks. It hurts like hell to lose that game, but we got multiple. Like, we're going to play them again in 3 weeks. We got every game's a quad one opportunity, so I mean, it's just important everybody stays together, and we'll get it figured out.
When Jeremiah has meant so much to this team's success so far this season, do you guys have to do anything to kind of help him keep his head up after he misses the front end of a one-on-one like that?
I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest. I mean, he's a young kid, but he's one of the most talented, hardest workers in the program. So, I mean, obviously as a teammate, we're going to try to keep his head up, and he's done so many good things for us this year. Like, today might not have been his best game, but we wouldn't be in this position without him, and we wouldn't be the team we are without him. So.
Any more questions?